Hey everybody, a common question coming up today is, when is this crazy bull market in real estate going to shift? Okay, and the reality is nobody has a crystal ball, but here's just some thoughts. And full disclosure, I am not an economist. I just tend to think in terms of some very simple things. First of all, you have this foreclosure moratorium or eviction moratorium that's going to get lifted. And so some people predict there'll be a huge wave of foreclosures. Could it happen? It absolutely could happen. Do I think it'll happen? I don't, and here's why. First of all, for the people that are on foreclosure moratoriums, a lot of them have been getting forbearances, okay? And the banks are a lot smarter now than they used to be, okay? And a lot of these properties have a lot of equity, especially in today's market, that didn't exist during the last crash. Therefore, the banks don't have really any huge incentive to get these things sold, okay, because they can work it out with investor owners just like they could regular homeowners. It doesn't really matter to sort out what needs to happen. Okay, worst case scenario, property gets sold, probably still makes the seller money, or maybe they have to come to the table with a little bit if it was a tight deal, an FHA or a VA type situation. But really the banks could even short sale and they might even make money. I've even seen in the recent years where foreclosed properties that needed work were selling for full retail. Okay, so I don't see a play where we're going to have a big mass of foreclosures hit the market, at least not in our state. Maybe other states are different, but just those are some things to consider. If you're dealing with an eviction moratorium, yes, the landlord has taken a hit, perhaps financially because of rents not being paid, but once that's lifted, they can evict the tenant, still do a forbearance of some kind, because again, the bank ultimately doesn't want the house back, re-rent the thing and carry on, or again, they could just sell it and have in enough equity position to where it's a small loss in terms of income, but they still make money when they sell the house. So they're going to have some options to explore before they have to even consider a foreclosure in most cases. And this is what I am seeing in our market. Okay, so that being said, do I think a big rush of cheap property is going to hit the market? I don't think it's going to be because of logical real estate reasons. Okay, again, I'm not an economist, but when the banks are borrowing money at, I think it's 0% from the Fed, and the Fed recently announced they want to keep that rate through 2023, which is allowing them to, one of the factors at least, allowing them to lend money at these historically low rates of 2 to 3% on a 30-year loan. And I even heard it went below 2 for a 15-year loan recently. So, I mean, it's almost a free loan. For a homeowner, it's such a cheap rate. So, when you're getting that kind of capital and you're flush with cash with a bank and you have record high demand for refinances to take advantage of it, how long will this go? That's a very good question. One thing I have noticed is you have these hedge funds buying properties at astronomically high prices. And I just have to wonder how long that party can go on. Because at some point when this market shifts, you've got these funds with a ton of assets that, by the way, are keeping regular homeowners from buying homes. And if those things take a drop 20, 30%, and they're backed by Wall Street capital, what's that going to look like? Perhaps that's the play that could cause something to go down, okay? And then, of course, there's the activity in Washington, D.C., which is the great unknown, which to me seems more dangerous than anything happening in real estate, but that's a whole nother subject. So, at some point, this will take a dip. I don't see it happening for, again, this is just my opinion, at least another year, maybe more. But the reality is nobody knows. Nobody knows. And chances are whatever makes it take a dip might be something that nobody's thought of yet. That would actually probably be the least surprising thing, is something unexpected hits the market in such a way that real estate finally says, that's it, we can't do it anymore. So we'll see how this goes, but those are just some thoughts. In the meantime, What you need to do is keep sourcing deals, because no matter how strong a bull market it is, there's always deals to be had. Be good at marketing and you'll find them.